Hi guys, back again. That one, something went wrong, so we're going to try again. So what I want to do, I don't know if you know this, I've made thousands and thousands of shorts, literally thousands, and what I want to do is start to go through them. Many of them are over a year ago, obviously all about Elvis and Priscilla and their life and anything to do with Elvis. So I thought I'd go to second most popular, because yesterday I did the first most popular, and the second most popular video has had 702,000 views, which is unbelievable. I'm going to play the video to you. They're all 1 minute long. The title is Priscilla Presley, The Day Elvis Died. Will you just let the dog back in, please?
Okay.
Priscilla Presley, The Day Elvis Died. So I'm guessing it's her being interviewed, I think, by Larry King, talking about that day. So I'll turn up the volume so we can hear it. All right, let's go.
Did you ever see each other after the divorce?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. Absolutely.
So a relationship continued of some sort.
Absolutely.
But you were the tough mother and he was the soft father.
Oh.
Very typical, by the way.
I know.
And when Elvis died, Lisa Marie was what, 9?
Just 9 years old. Mm-hmm.
Where were you that day?
I was at home. Well, actually, I was on my way to an appointment.
In L.A.?
In L.A. Mm-hmm. And Joe Esposito had gotten a hold of my parents and said that he needed to talk to me. They reached my sister, and my sister met me at the appointment and told me that something was wrong, that Elvis was ill and in the hospital. And I went back home. The phone was ringing, and it was Joe on the phone, who said that he was sending a plane for me to come to Memphis. It was serious. And
he didn't tell you he would?
He did. He said it was serious and that Elvis died.
Did you ever see each other after the divorce?
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
quite a touching short clip now. So my hands are dirty because I've been working on the engine, all my engine stuff. It's just here out of sight. So my hands are a bit oily. So, you know, what I did with that particular short is I just wanted to get to see the reaction from Priscilla Presley talking about the day Elvis passed, but asked by Larry King, and I know Larry King interviewed Priscilla Presley quite a few times. So I just think that, I'm not sure how that came across to you watching that short clip. But it's obviously a very difficult question. So what I thought I would do is go through the comments from the clip, and you get more of a feel of how the people on YouTube. Pause it. So I'm going to start from the top. I don't really know what the comments are going to say, and obviously all of you are going to remember where you were if you were alive when Elvis passed in August 16th, 1977. Probably exactly what you were doing. I remember it. I was a small child. I was at a campsite, and I remember all the young kids were talking about Elvis had died, and it was obviously on the front page of all the newspapers, and it was on the news wherever we went, and it was quite a surprise to everyone. But obviously I was just a kid back then. I think I might have been 9 years old. Anyway, so if Elvis had lived, he'd be so upset his daughter was raised in Scientology. That's an interesting comment. I agree. I've done a video on Elvis and Scientology, and he did go and meet them, and he was completely against it and thought they were a bunch of wackos. And I am definitely not a fan of Scientology. I don't like the fact that Lisa Marie Presley, very young, was basically shipped off to Scientology. I just do not like it. It doesn't feel right to me. And yes, Elvis would have not liked that. So Elvis truly loved his mother and his precious daughter. He sure did. And we all know that. And I would say that his daughter was the most precious thing to him ever, more than anything, 100%. At the time of this video, Priscilla still had her daughter. How terribly sad that we, the fans, have to watch her mourn the loss of her daughter, Priscilla. Priscilla, you have been in my prayers as well as Lisa Marie's children. There are no words to say what make anything better. Stay strong, Priscilla. Your grandchildren need you, and may God bless you and comfort you. That's from Glenn Langley. Now, I mean, that's a very lovely comment and aimed at Priscilla receiving it. And there's so many strong views about Priscilla. I even get people telling me that Priscilla loved herself more than she loved her daughter, which I don't agree with, by the way. Or any mother will always put her daughter first. I really believe that. No matter what we think of Priscilla, good or bad, it's her daughter. And yes, she may have made many mistakes bringing her up. But come on, it's very challenging bringing up a young child, especially when they get into their teenage years. So it's obvious their friendship and relationship, mother and daughter, was very complicated and very difficult. But at the end of the day, deep down, there's a strong love there. So anyway, let's just keep going. She said they were better friends than husband and wife. And I've seen these interviews where Priscilla talks about the fact, yeah, that's okay, where she talks about how they got on much better when they were apart and separated, and they and things changed in a good way when they split up. So from those interviews I've watched, which were quite a while ago, it's almost like she's saying she was glad they divorced. That's the impression I got from those interviews, right? Right, okay. She was so beautiful. She definitely had... so can you sit down, please? She was so beautiful. She definitely had good taste. No matter what happened. Yes, just go over to the lounge. Go to the lounge. Good. You've got a nice, lovely sofa in there. No matter what happened with their relationship, Elvis loved and adored her. True love never dies. Elvis Presley made of energy, and energy never died. Elvis and Priscilla looked beautiful together. Priscilla is so happy, bless her. Beautiful Lisa. Priscilla told Dolly Parton that the day their divorce was final, Elvis serenaded her with "I Will Always Love You." Every time I hear that song, I think of this, and it always makes me cry. Oh. And another, on one of my videos I've done, Elvis was going to record "I Will Always Love You." I'm sure he was. But what happened was there was a thing with the Colonel Tom Parker wanted Elvis to have half of the royalties, I think. And Dolly Parton was never going to agree to that. So it just never happened. But that song sung by Elvis would have been beautiful. So sorry. So sorry for her and Lisa Marie's children today. Rest in peace. All right. So I must have posted this the day that Lisa Marie passed. So that's interesting. Well, you could. I thought you were right. Well, you could hear the love that she has for him. You are in my prayers. Yes, he went home. Elvis lives in all of our hearts and minds forever. That's lovely. She's so beautiful here. Although they divorced and they loved each other, she was so young when they married. And he knew that although the divorce proceedings, we saw how they held on to each other. Always they were in each other's hearts. True love to the end. You will always be his special girl. And no. Right.
Dad,
Yeah?
I put My finger's there.
I know, it's a camera.
Stop pointing there.
I know, it's a camera. Right.
Look.
Gorgeous Elvis girl, forever girl. We loved Elvis, but first learned to love Miss Cilla, to what a lady she is. Elvis will be so proud of her, all grown up. I was working when it came over the radio that Elvis was dead, and I went into shock. My manager came in and broke down. All right, so she's a real piece of work. Thank you, Priscilla, for sharing Elvis with us. Quite good comments for Priscilla, actually, on this. You can tell it was still difficult, even after all those years, for her to say out loud that Elvis died. It's so hard for her to talk about it, even now. Larry should have given her time to gather her thoughts, process. Nobody wants to rehash tragic news, yet she's always patient with Larry and paparazzi. I can't say that in the morning. It is hard being a figure. Priscilla is amazing how she handles the press. Priscilla Lady, you did the right raising Lisa Marie. I'm glad he had 9 years with Lisa Marie. God bless his soul. Let's have a look. A fake and fraud when she's doing the Riley is, what she is doing to Riley is absolutely pathetic, but typical of her. The Presleys have always been ATMs for her stepfather. All right, ATM, I get it, cash machine. For her and her stepfather. Now she's even betraying Riley and Lisa's memory. Obviously, we were all getting told around the world on the news about the lawsuit between Riley and Priscilla. And obviously, I know thousands and thousands of you are very upset with what went on there. Right, chill, just chill. You got a lovely smile. Right. Does anyone else notice a bit of deceit here in Priscilla's voice? I was at home. I was at an appointment, something like that, but it didn't seem 100% truth. What do you think, guys? She was beautiful. In my opinion, she doesn't have a very good plastic surgeon. Lisa Marie was a very beautiful, but she always seemed so sad. Rest in peace. Yeah, I don't agree with this because I have watched so many interviews with Lisa Marie Presley of all different ages, and she's always upbeat and fun, and she's a good chatter, and she was great at being interviewed. She really would win over the interviewer and the crowd that were watching, and obviously she came across the TV really good. But she has class, poise, brains, and beauty. She has made a name for herself without exploiting Elvis. Well, that's true. And I agree with all those points. She was amazing. I think Lisa Marie was amazing. But did she have a difficult life? Yeah, definitely. Like we all do. Difficult relationships, difficult marriages. Did she make loads of mistakes? She sure did. Yeah. She was as human as you get, even though she was Elvis Presley's daughter. I would say she was, I think, very down to earth, very likable and beautiful. Right. So I really enjoy watching Lisa Marie interviews. I find them quite fascinating. Let's have a look. If he had lived just 4 more months, this woman's life would have looked so different. The woman in some piece of work to even have the audacity to ask for a share of her grandchildren's inheritance, like they owe her son anything, is so revealing about who and what she is. And we know this. We know that there's many upset fans over the situation with the lawsuit that went on and what eventually was agreed financially, and her being allowed a space in Gracelands. And I think that fans are worried that Navarone will benefit from if once Priscilla Presley passes as well. And I know that many fans are saying that she preferred Navarone. I can't comment there. I don't know anything about Navarone. I don't know what the friendship between Navarone and Lisa Marie was like. And I'll be honest with you, I know that the closeness between Lisa Marie and her mother Priscilla was difficult, but it was on off. But if you look at the early interviews, this is Yasmin, by the way. Let's say hello. If you look at the early interviews of Priscilla and Lisa Marie, they actually got on very well. And don't forget, Lisa Marie did allow Priscilla, Lisa Marie, it's okay, don't worry, you can both sit there. Come sit there. Lisa Marie did allow Priscilla to carry on running Graceland when she turned 25. And I really think that says so much. It really does. She's so beautiful at the beginning, and I thought it was her daughter. Let's have a look. Poor Elvis, the drugs, the alcohol got to him, the same as it did with Lisa Marie. My heart aches for them both. And we know that with the prescribed medication, it's well known that Lisa Marie had a problem with it as well. She did. And I think Lisa Marie dabbled in drugs and alcohol when she was very young. But can you imagine how it felt for Lisa Marie? All that pressure, where the whole world's eyes are on her because she was Elvis's only child, and the pressure that she was under in the way that people expected a lot from Lisa Marie as his only child when it came to singing as well and her talent. And I think she felt wherever she went, people were staring at her. So, which from the interviews I've seen did bother her. I did post a video yesterday morning, a short, just her describing how it felt to be Elvis's daughter and how she wanted to create her own music in her own right that was completely different from Elvis's music. And she didn't want to be shadowed by the fact that Elvis was her father. But she also is very proud that Elvis was her father and proud of her legacy and where she came from. Well, it's okay. There's enough room for both of you. Right. Do you want to sit on my lap?
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. Oh, yes. Anyway, Hello, people. Right. I'll try and read a couple more, but I don't think this is going to go on much longer. So let's have a look. Look at these comments. Right. I think what I'm going to do is show you the video one more time.
Did you ever see each other?
Right, be quiet while this is playing.
Absolutely, all the time. Absolutely.
So a relationship continued of some sort.
Absolutely.
But you were the tough mother, and he was the soft father. Oh. Very typical, by the way.
I know.
And when Elvis died, Lisa Marie was what, 9?
Just 9 years old. Mm-hmm.
Where were you that day?
I was at home. Well, actually, I was on my way to an appointment. And
In L.A.?
In L.A. Mm-hmm. And Joe Esposito had gotten a hold of my parents and said that he needed to talk to me. They reached my sister, and my sister met me at the appointment and told me that something was wrong, that Elvis was ill and in the hospital. And I went back home, and the phone was ringing, and it was Joe on the phone who said that he was sending a plane for me to come to Memphis. It was serious. And
He didn't tell you he was?
He did. He said it was serious and that Elvis died.
That's it, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to wave.
Absolutely.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Everyone wave together. Bye.